Got your mic on?
I do. Okay, we're ready to go. Oh, we're ready to go. You gotta stay. Daddy went in to get his cookies. You'll be right back. Okay? Just chew on your chewy. Chew on your chewy, Daddy. Be right back. Goodness. Hey, y'all. How you doing? Beautiful day out here today. For a Wednesday, it's pretty good. We had some dreary weather last couple of days. We actually had a little bit of rain, which we needed so badly. Really did. But I'm kind of glad to see the sun shining today. I can only go so many days without sun, and then I get bitchy. Hey, Mark and Terry, how you doing? We didn't make it to Texas this year. We actually haven't made it anywhere yet. I intended to go up to Indiana to see the rest of the family, but haven't got there either. If we don't get a trip planned here pretty soon, I'm gonna do my annual birthday trip and go up and see everybody by myself. Hey, Patrick in Canada, how are you doing? Forgive my voice. I'm really kind of scratchy for some reason. You know, it's funny. It's just a certain time of year. I have this when I first get up in the morning. I'm kind of raspy, and it goes away during the day the more I talk. But I actually haven't been talking today, so my goodness. Let's see. Terry Bunker, dreary in Myrtle Beach today. Well, Terry, you know, it's kind of one of those things. You pray for rain, but nobody likes that dreary weather. But sun will come back out, and you'll have another beautiful day. There isn't much air out here today, and the humidity's up, I think, about 75%. So it's kind of muggy, but the sun's shining, so that's all. You know, that's all to the good. And Terry, you know, the sun will come out there in Myrtle Beach too. That's why people love it so much. So you got so much sunshine, and water and all other kinds. We used to go to Myrtle Beach a lot. We used to camp there. I remember the first campground we went to, we got threw out of because it was a it was a Christian campground, and we had kind of a heated card game going on, and it got loud. So they actually asked us to move on. Um, we didn't stay at that one from then on. You know, we didn't know at that time. But oh, in Warminster, Pennsylvania, 73 degrees, 97% humidity, raining off and on. Yeah, that's right. So that's what we had last couple days. But it's nice out here today, and it's taking its time. We don't have those 98-degree temperatures, 100-degree temperatures like we did last week. So kind of, I said, not much air, but kind of relaxing. Daddy's trying to bribe you. You got cookies. Yep, Daddy got cookies.
You don't want
Not yet. He's still chewing on this. You like your chewies, don't you? I got him another bag of the bacon. He likes the bacon. I thought he liked the other two pretty good, but he really likes the bacon. Hey, Medicare guy. When you gonna come see us? I know this is starting your busy time of year here pretty soon, but
don't start until October.
yeah. Well, a lot of people have been asking when you're going to be on, so you give them a lot of good tips. Okay. And he says hello, Skip. You didn't say grumpy, did you? You said Skip. But yeah, this is kind of weather we really enjoy. And like I said, it could have a little bit more breeze, but it's nice out.
You got the fan pointed the wrong way.
Well, I had a hold of Buddy, so change it the way you want it. It's kind of hard to do it with him in one hand. And Citizen said, "Hey Skip, keep telling it like it is." And the Medicare Guru says 10 weeks to annual enrollment period. So
What?
10 weeks to the annual enrollment
What annual enrollment?
for Medicare. The Medicare Guru says that's when you could change your plans. And
I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, keep getting emails from the members saying something about, what am I on?
Advantage.
Advantage of being canceled or changed or something. I don't know. I
Um,
don't even have a doctor.
well, that's your fault.
No, it ain't.
We can call him.
It's whoever's running this doctor administration around here. It's their fault.
Okay.
Every doctor's on a 2-year contract. In the contract, they're gone. New doctor.
Well, you know that it's changed over now to Centerwell instead of.
But that don't mean the rules have been changed.
Well, no, and that doesn't mean the doctors are the same. I said you haven't been in so long that you don't have one now.
I go once a year.
Yeah.
So I ain't been that long. It's only been a year ago.
Yeah.
Not even a year ago. It'll be a year ago in October.
Mark Ryan says it's pretty warm in Liberty Park. Yeah, it is pretty warm here, but it's not as bad as it could be. Like I said, last week was kind of, when we were getting those feel-like temperatures in the hundreds, that was hard to do, especially out here. But it's not so bad today. It's warm, but we're used to warm.
We're getting close to October. Once we get past August, then things get a lot better.
Yeah. And like I said, when you get down to the low 90s, you can handle that.
The problem here has been lack of rain. I mean, not here in the last, I'll say, month, but we're in our rainy season. The last month, the rain has been pretty good. It rained twice yesterday. Before that, it rained. I don't know, when it rains a lot. And but then it goes away and it disappears quick.
Yeah, so, we needed it. They said normally our summer rains is every day, and we haven't had that this year. So
well, the last couple of weeks we had pretty much been raining every day.
Yeah, but not enough to make a difference.
Well, I don't know. I ain't been to the ponds and measured them, but somebody does. I don't know who does, but somebody keeps an eye on the retention ponds.
Yeah. Terry Spencer, we saw the documentary on the villages that just came out, and we are wondering if you agree with it as far as having the hometown feel.
First of all, I don't know what documentary you're talking about.
I think Linda sent one out.
Huh?
I think Linda had one out.
Linda don't do videos.
Okay.
It must be somebody else's video that she recommended, but it ain't hers.
Okay.
So, and to be honest with you, I very seldom ever watch anybody else's YouTube channel because I don't want it to interfere with my thoughts and something that I'm going to do. But I'm in the middle of changing one of my channels to something else, so I've been working on that to get it down pat. And so I don't really watch too many other people's stuff. It just irritates me, so I just don't watch it.
And BJ, we're not expecting a visitor, but you never know. Somebody may come by. We had one last week that come right at the end of our show, and she was renting down here, but looking at houses.
Yeah.
Nice lady.
I remember her name.
Debbie. But Jose may show up. Sometimes he does on a Wednesday. So, and we haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah.
BJ wants to know if your back's feeling better.
No.
Yeah.
And my lower back bothers me to the point where there's something going on down there. I don't worry about it because I figure it's kind of like getting old. Once I don't get the exercise I should get because I don't play golf anymore. I don't do any of that stuff anymore. And the second one is whatever it is, when the back really starts to bother me, and it doesn't have tons of pain, but there's a little pain back there. That's when my legs get a little rubbery when I try to walk. I kind of lose my balance without even knowing it. It just happens. And so anyway, I don't know. I go to the doctor if I ever have one, if I ever get one.
You got an appointment in October.
I don't even know I'll have insurance in October. The way they do things around here, they might take that away from me.
No, I'll make sure you got it. So anyhow, but yeah, we're not expecting visitors, but one may show up. You just never know. Citizen says, is that rental house with the electric cart still available for rent? Was thinking of coming up to Tampa to spend a weekend.
What rental house?
I don't know, unless
I have
maybe
no
it
idea what
was.
you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what rental house you're talking about, unless maybe it's Kyle's.
Did somebody put it on our video last week or something?
I don't know. I don't remember one.
I have a lot of members on Patreon and Discord and stuff. Yeah, and I give them the freedom on that channel. They post their own stuff on there. I got sponsors. They post stuff that's for sale, what they do. They post all, and I don't keep up with it. So if you're out there, that's where you're going to have to go because I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and y'all, yeah, let me know what you're talking about. And I said maybe I can look it up. But as far as we know, I said Rizzo's had theirs for rent, but I think it's rented now. So, but
What she's talking about?
I don't know. But anyhow,
Yeah, Bill Rizzo had a house for rent. I know that. I think it's rented out though for all next year. He wanted a long-term rent.
yeah.
So that means at least a year, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know of anybody else right now. If any of you got one for rent, let Citizen know.
Yeah.
But we don't know of one right now. And he said it was one with electric cart. So
No idea.
yeah. And yeah, come up from Tampa and spend a weekend here. This is a unique place, and you really have to
That's how
be
you
here.
kill rabbits, by the way. Unique
You
up
got
on.
one. Okay. Yeah, but you really got to be here to really understand what's going on here. It's it's one of those things. It's not replaceable. You've got small places all the way to the southern end of Florida, but you don't have a city like this. This is like 4 town squares now, and they don't call them town squares now. I know, but there's 4 of them, and they're all unique areas. The age range, runs from 100 down to 55. So you got to really come and take a look and see for yourself and see what's going on here. It's really fascinating. Joan says hi from Ohio. I like to watch you 2 every week. Great show. Well, thank you, Joan. I said sometimes we're not so great. We try.
Well, you may not like us, and that's okay. But one thing we don't do here, we don't put on an act. This is not an act whatsoever. I don't come out here trying to be a Jerry Lewis. I don't come out here trying to be a nice guy. I'm just whoever I am at that time and that day. If I get out of bed in a grouchy mood, I'm probably going to be grouchy right here.
And D. Weichel said, hey, Skip, your back wouldn't bother you if you got off that chair and quit eating cookies. Silly man.
Well,
Have a
as I
great
said,
day.
I don't get the exercise I need. I don't worry about my diet all that much. I figure I got probably 10 years up the most left, so I don't really worry about it. It's just the semi truck. I know that's what it is. The semi truck over 38 years of bouncing around in that truck. If you've never drove something 100,000 miles a year, every year, all the time, you have no idea. It crushes the spine, and that's just the trucker's world. It's just what it is. Now they got truckers out there that I understand that the company requires them to wear a back brace while driving their truck.
Really?
And I think that's kind of a good idea. A big pain in the ass as that sounds, when you get to be my age, then hopefully you won't have to deal with lower back problems like that.
When Racer Girl says, hello, Sue, Buddy, and Gramps.
Yeah. She says I'm old enough to be her grandpa.
Well, yeah. You probably are. Well, Mr. Rizzo says, hey, Skip and Sue. Your place is rented, isn't it, Mr. Rizzo? So I thought it was, but
Well, I asked him last time. I think he told me it was rented out.
Yeah.
To somebody.
because I know they lost a renter there, so they
But if
got
you get a chance to rent that house, if you do, I've been to that house. It's a gorgeous little home.
Now Kevin and Karen has a house for sale, and I said I don't know if that's
They didn't have an electric golf cart.
no, and then they weren't renting it, but you never know. Eventually they might if they're not able to sell it. Sales here is running.
Slow.
Well, they're running real slow.
I think what it is, the price of houses are coming down. People know the prices of houses are coming down. So when they see a house for sale, they put in a ridiculous offer. But the original says no, and they're playing that game. How far down will you go?
And they're saying the average now is 80 days, but we know people's had them on the market a lot longer because you know, with the interest rate and everything up in the air, nobody knows what to do yet. And everybody's on the cusp of retiring. Some people aren't retired yet, but they're looking for retirement. And don't worry about there being houses here. There'll be houses here. They're still building. So you don't have to worry about not being able to get in.
Well,
But,
depends on where you want to be.
yeah.
If you want to be next to Lake Sumter, I don't know how many pre-owned homes are for sale up there at a reasonable price. I say reasonable, what the market allows. Most people think, I said it before, and I don't mean it to be sarcastic, but it's the truth. More people around here think their house, for one little reason, is worth $1 million, and they're not.
And you take what you can get out of it. So.
You get, they say, what's the house worth? I said, whatever you're willing to pay, that's what it's worth.
Oh, okay. So Mr. Rizzo says his isn't available until November.
Oh,
So.
and
And
this year?
huh?
This year?
Yeah.
So it is going to be for rent then.
Yeah, after November. Yeah. And Racer Girl said maybe it was on Ira's rentals. It may have been. Yeah.
May have been. I don't rent homes. I don't help people to rent homes. I don't sell homes.
If we've got people on here that have one for rent, they could, you know, they tell us.
You may have seen it on here last week. Maybe somebody put something in the comments about a house for rent. I don't know.
Yeah,
That happens. And when they do, I leave it on. I don't take it away.
But Ira, you know, he's a realtor and he does have some rental homes. All the realtors usually have one or two. Like I said, because people ask, but they don't particularly do business in them, but they usually have a couple. And it might have been on Ira's channel. Ira's on Monday night.
I don't know. He changes things around all the time, but used to he was live every Monday night at like
6:30 something. Yeah, Homes Around the Villages is his channel, and he does one practically every Monday.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might have seen it on there.
When I was over there, he said something about changing it to every other Monday. And then I heard him say something the other day saying, well, we're going to go back to doing it every Monday. So I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But if
Kathy
you
B
really
says-
want to look and see what is available for what time of year you're wanting to be here, for how long and all this and that. Cat, no cat, dog, no dog, smoking, no smoking. Go to Villagers Homes 4 rent.com. And there's thousands of homes right there that the owner of the house has them on there for rent. There's no company allowed to be on that website. And that's where I would go to check things out.
Yeah. And Ira. I am Realty. But Kathy B wants to know if we've tried any of the new restaurants in Sawgrass. And no,
Oh, yeah.
the new
We went to GLT when they opened up down there. You got it, Sawgrass?
at what?
GLT is barbecue? Is it GLT?
No.
What was it?
Um,
They wanted $36 for a slab of ribs, and I said that was ridiculous.
yeah, and that's actually not in Sawgrass. That's at Magnolia Plaza. But it's
Oh, she's talking about inside that building there. They put a pizza place and a hamburger.
yeah, FMK took over the.
No, I haven't been in none of them. If I was going to try any of them right now, it'd be. I think there's a new pizza place there. I might try a slice.
Not in there yet, but
I think they're in there. I thought I seen something. Anyway, whatever. When they're open, I might try the slice pizza thing, and then the smash burger thing.
yeah. And I said, you know, those are FMK took over the ones that are down there, and these are new ones that they're opening. I want to try Luma, and I said I've not tried that before, and I just haven't. Last week we went to Victory, and I said we've been there
I
before.
wonder how many people they'll seat in there.
Huh? In Victory?
Inside, yeah. If you go to, like, say, the smash burger, how many people can we seat in there?
That I don't know. Like I said,
Is it big enough to have a Patreon launch?
no,
No.
unless you sit outside. I think it's one of those where you go in and get your food and go outside. There's.
I wouldn't mind doing that, but what if it's 100 degrees that day?
Yeah. That's what I said. I don't think so, but okay. Oh, he said no. It's available now through mid November. Mr. Rizzo says it's available
Now till November.
mid-November.
Okay, there you go. Mr. Russo's got a nice little place over there. I
Yeah.
can't tell you that's the one that came with the golf cart. I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. So, Alfonso Smith says, Ira's the man. Homes Around the Villages. I learned a lot from this guy, and he will be the guy I turn to when we get there. Yeah, he's very trustworthy, and as a realtor, he works his butt off for his people. He really does.
Well, you come down here looking to buy a house. Everybody knows, and if you don't know, you should know. Seriously, you should know. You got to have two realtors, not just one. Don't get one realtor and say, I want to see this house, that house. Because depending, if you're going between new and pre-owned, you got to have two realtors.
Now, Funson Smith, does it ever feel like people get into a house competition who got the better house? Yeah,
Buddy, I'm not playing this game. Somebody last week said we're going to have a drinking contest. Every time Buddy drops that thing, he's going to take a drink.
I know. But I know she got up and give it to him. So, but yeah, there are some people who are that weird about their house. I mean, to me, it's a place to live. You know, I
as long as you're convenient to things, that's the thing. You know, main thing you want to be convenient to, no matter everybody, not just one person. Everybody, you want to be convenient to somewhat of shopping, which I think most of the villages here, except maybe in the older section, but depending on where you're at up there. If you're like in what they call the historical area, that's real convenient to shopping. A lot of it, and restaurants, and downtown Spanish Spring. There's a lot going for that place up there.
I seen one in the paper the other day for $4 million.
Weird.
It was here. It was
not a historic area.
No,
but
Observation Trail.
Oh.
But yeah, I was kind of shocked because I knew there were $1 million homes here. But
well, there's a lot of homes here that's worth $1 million.
Yeah.
But then they ask $2 million. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I have this old Cadillac that I bought back in 1987. It only has 147,000 miles on it, and I want $10,000 for it because it's the only one of 10,000 that was painted that color. Come on.
Yeah. And now house envy. I have house envy. I do, because there's a lot of these places I'd love to have, but you know, there's things I have to give up to do that, and I'm not willing to do that.
Yeah, one thing is freedom. I don't have a big house payment.
Yeah, don't have the house payment, and we don't have a golf cart garage, but we only have one car and one golf cart. So practically, you know.
I drove the golf cart yesterday because there was a hell of a thunderstorm popping up, which you can see the beginnings of another one starting right there. That's where they always come, right there. And I thought, Sue came home early yesterday because she said it started to rain just because she got home. And I'm looking at that and going, it's going to start pouring. I mean, I can tell by looking at it, when it starts to pour, it's going to pour.
And I was walking Buddy.
She was walking Buddy. I didn't know where she went. So I got the golf cart out, which I haven't had this golf cart out in 6 months. And I just started cruising around the neighborhood looking for her because I thought her and Buddy went that way. Usually that's what he does. He goes down his street this way. He goes over and smells that grass and goes over here for some reason. Pisses on the stop sign, maybe. I don't know. Then he goes left. He goes that way. Because I know what he's doing. He's looking at all these houses where people gives him stuff.
He looks to see if your garage door is open.
Yeah. So I went that way, and I went all the way down to Earl. Is that Earl down there? I think it's Earl down there. Came down through that neighborhood. Didn't see him. So I thought, well, I don't know where she went. So I go to the back of the neighborhood back here, and then I seen her coming down, I think Quaker, that back here.
Yeah.
I didn't think we ever walked down Quaker. So anyway, I picked her and Buddy up, and we just kind of cruised around a little bit.
And then usually in the morning I go that way, in the evening we go that way. But I let him fit wherever he wants to go. But
this is why I always say, is she walking Buddy or is Buddy walking her?
It's his walk, so I let him go where he wants to go. And Frank says, aloha, love and compassion, Skip and Sue and Buddy. My favorite people in the villages, happy campers. Thank you for all the information. Your favorite restaurants.
Mine?
Yeah.
The rib place.
Yeah.
Oakwood.
Oakwood, Barbecue Grill, Fire and Grill, over on 441 is his favorite because he loves ribs.
It's not golf cart accessible. But you asked what my favorite restaurant was.
Yeah.
My second favorite restaurant would probably be, but I'm starting to lose support of them because she brought some home yesterday. I always get the same thing when we go there. And I showed her, look at this. The plate is just full of
peppers.
I guess they were cooked. I don't know. If this restaurant is starting to cheapen out on stuff.
Yeah, I think they had a different cook because I said mine was the way it's supposed to. It had asparagus in it. Yours had green peppers. I've never seen green peppers in a scampi.
You have all three, green, red, and yellow.
Yeah. But
And
not
they
like-
generally chop them up a little finer than that, and they mix it in with the pasta.
So I think it's just, you know, a new cook maybe. But
There were so many peppers on my plate, you couldn't even see the pasta. That's how much there was. Gobs of it.
yeah,
I mean, it still had a good flavor, still tasted good. Chicken was great. I'm just looking at that going, who eats that many bell peppers? Nobody eats this many bell peppers.
that's true. And for me, my favorite restaurant in the Villages is uh,
Now, are
probably.
we talking in the Villages? Or are we talking just our favorite restaurant? Period?
He didn't ask. He just said favorite
You
restaurants.
just said my favorite restaurant in the
In the
Villages.
Yes, because I was going to give you two. Outside the Villages, it's Francesca's, which is over on 441.
I don't think I've ever been there.
No, you probably haven't. You've been to the one in Orlando.
Didn't like it.
I know. But that's my favorite. Oh well, yeah, you did go there. We went there with the Rizzos once. Been a while, but yeah,
Francesca's?
Mhm.
I don't think so.
yeah, it was in a shopping center.
Last time we went out and ate with the Rizzos, we ate over here at Oh Shucks when the old lady still owned it.
Oh no, this was after that. Yeah. Anyhow, but Francesca's is along 441. You know, it's not golf cart accessible. Golf cart accessible, I'd have to say probably Coastal Del Mar in Spanish Springs. It's a seafood restaurant, and been good every time I've been there. You know, I don't eat a whole lot of seafood, but like I said, I haven't had a problem with them every time I've been in there. It's a really nice place. The waiters are quick. They treat you good. I took my ladies' lunch there, where there was 15, 20 of us. Never had a bit of problem there. So, yeah, that would be my favorite here in the Villages. I wouldn't go there every day, but yeah.
If I had to pick a favorite a restaurant or Asian restaurant I go to a lot here, it would have to be Gators down at Brownwood.
Yeah,
They got the best chicken wings.
yeah. Gators has good chicken
They
wings.
got the best waiter down there. Knows exactly what we're talking about too. But he's from like South Africa or something, and he told me his name, and I can't even pronounce it. I have no idea.
Oh, I seen an advertisement for Hooters the other day, and they not only have wings now, they have crab
They've
legs.
always had wings.
I said they not only have wings, they now have crab legs.
Oh, I saw that too. Crab legs is one of them funny things. I mean, are they good crab legs, or are they just the cheap, skinny things that you dipped around with for an hour to get this little
Yeah,
piece of
I said,
nothing out of it?
Not something I'd eat anyhow, but I said I just happened to see that. So, Rester says dropping in for a quick howdy, taking father-in-law to his first radiation treatment post-surgery, 12 weeks Monday to Friday. Hopefully the brother-in-law can help out occasionally. Oh, I hope so too. That's like I said, knowing you have to do that every day, that's a chore, I know. Did it myself. Hoping he does well with it too. You know, a lot of times the radiation just goes like clockwork. You never have to worry about it. Mine was no problem. Sometimes people have some problems with it, so hoping he doesn't have that problem. Let's see. BJ says it's Francesca's where we went after the Marion Market. Yes, BJ, I think that's where we went.
By the way, there was a shooting at Marion Market. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
I did. I saw it.
Yesterday?
Yeah,
Well,
so
it's Friday, Saturday.
Gainesville Times, Gainesville, whatever, Ocala newspaper, one of them up there, and they're talking about a shooting that was down to Marion Market.
Why, I did not see that. I'm surprised. Where'd it go, baby? You lost his chewy somewhere.
It's right there under your chair.
Well, you're saying right there, and I don't see it.
Straight back. Straight back. Straight back. Right there.
There you go. Way down there? Yeah, way down there. Okay. Yeah, BJ, that's where it is. And I like it because the shopping center, there's also a can't say it's a thrift store. It's a consignment shop in there that I like to go to too. Marie Rose. And Mr. Rizzo says we like Havana and Mallory country clubs. You know, I haven't been to either one of them for a while, but they were always really, really good.
Savannah, when they first opened it up, we went there and played golf, and we went there. basically after a golf game, we all had like, I don't know, a burger and a beer or something like that. And it was fine. Price was fine. And then shortly after that, the food at Havana went to hell in a handbasket. Everybody was complaining about it. I mean, you could go in there anytime during dinner and there was just like nobody in there. And then the Solomon family, are they the ones that bought it?
It was kind of a 2 or 3 uh, sales later. The Suleiman family's got it.
They have it now?
They have it now. You can't hardly find a parking spot.
Yeah, they were really, really popular. But now I'm starting to, if you read the comments and everything, starting to see a bad comment here and there. Like they've lost a little something, but not that bad yet.
Tammy Ferguson says hello. Rester says travel time to parents' in-law personal care facility is 1.5 hours away, one way. Oh my goodness.
Call Uber.
Well, that's lots of luck to you, Rester. That's a chore, I know, but you do it for love, kiddo.
Only if I'm in the well.
Yeah. What will?
Well, everybody's got a will or something.
Yeah. Take care, Rester. That's quite the job. Every day, especially for that many weeks. Wow. But we wish him well. When you get done there, if he does good, gets out of this, you'll have to come to Florida and take a break. That sound like a good idea?
Last time he was down here, I told him, well, I can see it in people when you talk to him. We've known him for a long time. We've told other people it was here too. So you ain't moving here. You know you're not. He goes, yeah, we are. We just don't know what the timing is. So we're going to get the timing. Or, well, that means they're not coming.
And we may be dead and gone by then. You never know.
Yeah.
So. But they weren't going to do it right away anyhow. They had like a 5-year plan or something.
I like that too. 5-year plan.
Yeah, but he says he's got to go. So bye. Drive safe. Florence Keenan says, hi, Stu and Skip. We love paisanos. Their eggplant
I
parm is
have been
amazing.
Paisanos, right? Have been there.
You have. You've
Where's
been there
that?
several times. The one down here in Lake Denon.
Is that where we had the Patreon lunch where people just kept showing
Lake
up,
Deaton.
kept showing up?
Yes, Lake Deaton.
We took over the whole outside thing, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I like those.
they opened a new one up on 466 now, and it's up there next to Tequila Cantina. And I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm gonna have to do that pretty soon. They're building more restaurants than I can get to, really. But yeah, and their eggplant parm, yeah, it's to die for. Really, really good.
Disgusting.
Well, like I said, just because you don't like it doesn't mean
It's
nothing.
mushy food.
I like mushy food. I mean, you know,
Well, I'll give you a fork and a spoon. I'll give you a straw and you just suck it up.
not that mushy, but
Yeah, I do.
it's like eating a messy sandwich. I like messy sandwiches. I know you don't like soggy bread.
Nope.
Everybody's different there.
You can make a messy sandwich as long you don't have to. The bread don't have to be soggy. One has nothing to do with the other. I can make a hot dog with all kinds of stuff on it, and the bread's fine. Why is it when I go to a restaurant and get a hot dog with a bunch of stuff on it, the bread is so soggy the shit just falls out of it?
Randy says hello from Great Lakes, Illinois. Going to be a rainy day here.
Great Lakes, Illinois. I don't know where that is. I never heard of that.
Great Lakes, Illinois.
I know we're in Leslie around Chicago area.
Well, tell us where the biggest town next to you, Randy. Because Great Lakes doesn't ring a bell. So we've been all over Illinois. Used to go to Schaumburg a lot. Always went to medieval times. Love medieval times.
I think it's still there.
Okay.
I mentioned it on Patreon Live, I think. I think that's what it was. And somebody sent a comment saying that the hotel and stuff that we were at was still there. And there was something about the shopping center. I can't remember the name of that shopping center.
It was something west because Laura lived pretty close to there.
Maybe it was Laura that gave me some of that stuff. She's pretty good around, but
Yeah.
I don't know. But I guess the area is still there.
Florence Keenan says, I have to say Portillo's has the best burger. Well, we never had a burger at Portillo's, and I know my son really loved it. Like I said, Skip had a roast beef there and wasn't too crazy about it, but like I said, he doesn't like soggy sandwiches.
No,
And
I
I
had
said,
two
"We
hot
make
dogs
them."
there. They were the same way. I didn't like either one of them either, and they're known for their hot dog.
Well, and you know, everybody's got their own taste. I haven't been there yet. I might have to try it.
You know,
Oh,
one of the favorite things that I got, and it really, for me to really like it, it really depends on kind of the bread, really, more than anything, or the roast beef, is beef Manhattans.
Yeah.
You just don't find them down here that often now. 2J's used to have one. It was called an open face sandwich.
open face roast
Which
beef.
is not necessarily the same as a beef Manhattan, but it's okay. Um, but it's the beef. I mean, it's how you get that. Some people use this hamburger in there. I don't care for that. Some people uses a roast beef, but it's thick sliced like you get for a sandwich. I don't really care for that either. And just I don't even know what it is. Just I like to use the standard sliced, thin sliced, I guess.
Mhm.
What do you get? You get the stuff that's frozen. You just put it in the oven.
Oh, I get the canned stuff.
Canned stuff.
Yeah,
Canned meat.
it's canned beef, roast beef.
Canned.
Yes.
That sounds like a disease.
Oh, I should have never told you. Now you'll never eat it again.
That just sounds like a disease. You don't put meat in a can.
Have you had a problem with it?
Huh?
Have you had a problem with it? You've been eating it for 2 years.
When was the last time you made any?
Well, I don't make it a lot,
Yeah.
but that's what I
So
mean.
my body took like 6 months to absorb the poison out of this can.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Randy says in North Chicago, Illinois, Great Lakes is a naval base.
Oh, okay. I know about where you're at. I used to go up to Six Flags north of Chicago in that little town up there. I can't remember the name of the town either, but pretty close to the Wisconsin border. And I've been up there a couple of times. It's a nice area up there. It really is. You don't.
Racer Girl says that's where her son graduated.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You don't realize you're that close to Chicago when you get up there. You really don't. Or Gurney, Illinois. I think that's what it was.
Well, when we used to ride motorcycles, we would ride up there in all the little towns in between Indianapolis and getting to Chicago or Schaumburg. As all those little towns were so cool. I mean, they were. Some of them were college.
2-lane roads, though. We didn't take interstate up there. We took 2-lane roads from Indianapolis all the way to Chicago. And being truck drivers up there, we knew a few of the roads we couldn't really go down, but we wanted to go down them. So yeah, we got a chance to go through all of the towns. Today they're probably all different, but
Well, I think one was Galena.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I said I think it was a college town. It was really really nice town. Like some of the houses in that town look so pretty. And okay, Craig the Sailor says, "Hey, everyone, a little late as usual. Delivery team was here with the lanai furniture. Cool. Hope you like yours." And he says Six Flags in Gurney, Illinois, which is 5 minutes to the Wisconsin border. Okay,
I don't know if Six Flags is still there.
yeah,
But I've been reading stuff where Six Flags had financial problems. And I guess they closed one of them down in, I want to say, Texas. I don't know. So
Randy says Six Flags is in Gurney, Illinois, which is 5 minutes to the Wisconsin border. Okay.
yeah, we took our boys, and he had a friend at that time. I can't remember his name either. But anyway, took him up to Six Flags. Sue and I went to the shows mostly, and the boys rode roller coasters and whatever. And, I don't know. Did we spend the night up there? Or did we go straight up and then go straight
I
home?
think we spent the night and then we went to the zoo, Chicago Zoo,
Yeah, that's what it
or
was.
Brookfield Zoo.
Yeah, Brookfield Zoo. That's my favorite
Yeah,
zoo.
yeah. Our kids loved the big monkey that they had in there. Let's see.
Let's see what I got.
And Randy says Six Flags is open. Well, you just never know nowadays. There's always,
Never mind. That's just a stick. I thought it was a snake skin.
what are you going to do? Pick it up?
No, I want to see how big it was.
Oh, okay.
The babies are hatched like 2 months ago. I've seen them here and here. They all spread out by now. I don't know where they all went.
Mm.
Maybe them birds ate them.
Could be. But Judy's granddaughter was here week before last, and And she said they were looking out there, and so she's got the big shrubs behind her house there, and they were looking at them, and there's a little snake crawling through there. They're here. They just don't bother people. But yeah, he says Six Flags is open. So,
I
some of them.
didn't know if they were all going to be closed, if not just the start of it, or if it's just one or two here and there. I heard the one in Georgia, someplace in Georgia, I heard closed. So I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe they're getting old hat, and they got to start something new. When we go up north, I want to go to Jungle Gyms. You ever hear Skippy talking about that?
No.
Right, it's in Ohio, I believe. And it's the grocery store that has all the weird stuff in it. And I'd kind of like to stop by there for the heck of it. But oh, and Caveman says Six Flags in Georgia is open.
Okay.
Kyle says, Racer Girl, two of my sons graduated Great Lakes, as now they are Pai Tai. What the heck is that? Yeah, that must be military language, because I don't understand that at all. But yeah, that must, yeah, both retired Navy. That must be a busy place up there.
You get around any town that's basically a military town, I can think three real quick. Chicago's got one I know. I didn't know the name of it. And then of course you got San Diego. We've been there. And look at everything around that base. It's just busy. That's money making.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville, Florida. That's naval. I mean, that's money making. To a city, that is serious money.
Oh, and Summer in the Sun said Jungle Gyms, they used to live nearby, shopped it every week. Well, I know my son went there, and he's a chef. He's kind of a foodie. And so somebody told him about this, so he had to go take a look. And he said I would really appreciate it. It was just that unusual. So, and William says Six Flags in Maryland is closed. Yeah, they had some money problems, and so they closed down their ones that aren't profitable. But that goes with just about everything nowadays. You just see so many of the restaurants here that had closed or had changed hands because it's hard to keep the money flowing. With the price of groceries going up, the price of delivery going up, it's hard to make enough money unless the people only endure so many upcharges. They're giving you a surcharge on everything nowadays, and they're charging you if you use your credit card instead of your debit card, stuff like that. It's irritating, but I don't guess anybody's complaining about it because I haven't heard any problems. But not all my
We're getting close to voting for doing away or changing property taxes and how it's done. And apparently all these county administrators around here are figuring part of it's going to get passed, and they're getting prepared for it.
When the police down here are having fits, the sheriff's office and all, and they're coming on TV
Well,
making advertising.
in any county, the sheriff is high authority. I don't know if you people know that. In any county, the sheriff has high authority. If a hurricane comes through and he says, we're going to evacuate this town, he's the guy that does it. So get him out of here. It ain't your commissioners and all them people over there. He is actually the only main person in your town that I can speak of that cares about your safety. The commissioners cares about money. That's all they care about. And that's true. They don't care about your safety. If they did, half these roads around here get redone. Half these, really, I mean, look at how many people we have wrecks around here, cars running into golf carts. If they really cared about your safety, the judges and things around here, I'm going to get on a rant, so I'll just shut up now.
Yeah, but yeah, you just never know. Like I say, it happens to a lot of businesses, and especially small businesses. The thing is with the ones we got now, with the Suleiman family, and also the FMK, they're larger businesses, so they can take some of the heat when things go wrong. The people at the Penny Grill, they went out of business because they didn't have enough to back them up. So, I'm waiting to see who takes over. Probably be FMK, but whoever takes over, they better have some money to back them up, because we have we have busy times and we've got slow times. And I said, you got to be able to get through that. And well, every business is that way. You got to be able to get through the rough times.
I
Like
remember when
COVID.
I was in high school, we were studying business and different ways that businesses run and how they run and so on and so forth. One of the things that I took out of all that is a teacher told us one time, he says, when you get to a certain size, you cannot fail. Big businesses don't fail because they have other things that they can do. Like, Exxon Corporation, through some of the worst gas prices we've had, worst oil catastrophes that we've had, Exxon is still here. They can't fail. But then you have one restaurant and they have a bad year, they're out of business.
Except they don't have the backing to get through the bad part. During COVID, we lost so many. Not only people, but we lost a lot of businesses because they didn't have enough to back them up.
Because people were scared to go in because of the COVID thing. The mask, wear a mask, don't wear a mask. It wasn't about any of the Fauci stuff or nothing like that. It's like, who do you believe? Do I wear a mask, not wear a mask? I wore a mask because I didn't know. So I just done it to be safe. And when I figured, what's it going to hurt? Get a shot, don't get a shot. We got a shot because at our age, it wouldn't take much to put us under, but we got the shot because we kept thinking, what's it going to hurt?
Right.
And I seen polio extinguished by getting shots. So I've got that in the back of my mind too. So I got my shot. Didn't hurt me. Didn't hurt Sue. Should I have done it? I don't know. I did. That's all I can do. I did.
Catherine Jacobson says Sturgis Motorcycle Rally starts tomorrow in South Dakota. Did you guys ever get there in your biking days? It's a crazy time. We went there, but it wasn't during.
Yeah, basically, that's a party place. Basically, I mean, anybody can go. I know, but you go there, and it's called something Thunder. I can't remember what it's called because that's all you hear. For 50 miles of getting there, you hear this roar of all these motorcycles everywhere.
Yeah.
So they echo through the mountains and valleys and that kind of stuff, that noisy kind of stuff like that, doesn't really interest me all that much.
Yeah, and we did go there, but it wasn't during the rally.
No.
And we had a heck of a time just trying to find a coffee shop. We wanted a place to get some coffee. And we was in this little out of way place somewhere around there. I don't even know what town it was. But we finally found some good coffee.
Well, we found a lot of weird things out there that I like going there when it's really not tourist season. But if you're not there, things up there shut down. And I don't know what months they started shutting down. We found this little restaurant, almost like a house at some downtown. I don't even know what town it was.
I don't either.
But we got a table and ate. The food was great. And places like that. I like doing that kind of thing. There was no flat spots on the street. Either you're walking uphill or you're walking downhill. There's no such thing as walking flat.
Yeah. Oh, and Agent K says Sears failed. Yeah, a lot of the stores that we were used to growing up is gone. There's very few JC. They're not doing well.
Oh,
they're still open.
They're here?
They're still open.
You know who owns them? I do. Some of these basketball elite players that made millions of dollars while playing are the biggest business owners around the world. If you really check into see who's a CEO, who owns this company. Being a CEO just means you run it. Doesn't mean you own it. Shaq O'Neal owns J.C. Penney's.
Oh, okay. Well, it was Land's End. They took over Sears.
That's all these businesses do: buy, sell, buy, sell. That's all they do.
But they changed entirely. They changed their clothing line, and I don't know whether I was getting too old for their stuff or they're just.
You are.
Well, I said that it seems like they're geared more younger people, in which they have to.
You're not.
And I'm not. But like I said, I have. We don't have one here. We have one in Ocala. And like I say, usually if I go into the mall, I always stop there if it's still there. But yeah, your big names that you're used to, Sears, JCPenney's, Macy's, all of those. They had a really hard time getting through COVID. Also, they're becoming old hat. They had old people running the place, and I don't think that's a bad thing, because I think when I go to the store now and I can't find anything, I think it's because their buyers are younger people and they're buying stuff. They're buying shorts for people that's 15, which grandma here ain't gonna wear But like, that's the problem with a lot of them now. You know, we should have kept both.
When we grew up, we taught our daughters to have discretion on things. Today, it's like, you got a nice ass. Pull that up, bathing suit up there in the crack of your ass up there so everybody else can see it.
I don't think it's quite that bad.
Well, that's the way I see it.
Yeah. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, and Craig the Sailor says Kyle Rizzo and I graduated in September 9th, 1983 from Great Lakes RTC.
Who?
He said Kyle Rizzo and I.
Who's I?
Kyle Rizzo. He's talking to Kyle. He said he
Who is
graduated.
he?
Sailor. Craig the Sailor.
Oh,
He
well,
graduated.
they're all Discord people.
Yeah. And I said he graduated from
And
Great
Patreon
Lakes
people.
too. So that's
Is Greg the one that had his rotator cuff worked on?
I believe so, yeah.
Is he the one that put the picture on Discord today?
I didn't see it evidently.
Well, one of them is a Patreon member. The other guy, I'm not too sure about. But one guy's they're at a restaurant having breakfast or something, and somebody took the picture, and one of them was sitting over here with a big neck brace on that goes up around his head, and they're sitting there talking. And Craig Sailor's over there with his arm in his sling, but he had his rotator cuff, and he said, "Nothing like enjoying your retirement in the village." That was hilarious.
Yeah. But I said he's also a graduate of Great Lakes, so that's a busy place, kiddo. Racer Girl said 1983, I was still in high school. Yeah. Yeah, I forget sometimes that some of you people are young compared to us. So
I think we're the oldest people out here anymore.
oh, and he said yes, that was him that had the rotator cuff done, and so the other one,
Yeah, I didn't put the picture on
Sam,
Discord.
he's also on
Oh
Discord.
yeah, him put who?
Sam?
Sam.
Yeah, I don't remember a Sam, Craig. Oh well, he probably goes by a pen name. He
I
probably
go on
goes by-
Discord every day, 2 and 3 times a day. I like to read the comments, see what people are talking about. I don't try to butt in or anything. Once in a while, I'll put a comment in there, just let you know I'm around. But I just saw that picture. That's funny to say.
Okay.
I even put a comment there saying, I know I shouldn't laugh, but I find this funny.
Yeah, and Craig, I did not know about Sam, whoever that is. I did not know that. So you tell him we're wishing him well. Anyhow, he said Sam Propane. He rarely comments on Discord. Well, I didn't think I'd seen that, but
Well, you're going to have to start making comments. How are we going to know who the guy is if you don't make comments?
yeah, tell him to say something, say hi or something.
Yeah, anything. Just like here, if you guys don't ask questions or make comments or whatever, we got nothing to comment to because this is not scripted. We don't come out here. I have any idea what we're going to talk about.
Can you tell?
I mean, yeah, I mean, we just ramble.
Yep.
By the way, speaking of rambling, I got to get my Jesus plant pot out of there.
Yeah, I can't get it out of there. I tried to do that.
Well, I thought maybe it might grow back.
No, it's not. It's weeds growing in it now. Got to take it out. But I seen a link on my phone where it's the plant app where you point the phone at the
And it recognizes it.
Yeah.
I've seen that too, but I don't know how it works.
and on the Jesus plant they fed it milk.
Milk.
Yeah.
But that got killed by the cold weather.
Well, I know, but I mean that's what they was giving it, and because it was dying, and I never heard of that before.
Mhm.
Or I think it was milk. It looked like milk. It didn't say.
I'm still convinced that if it's not a Florida plant, it's not doomed to live here very long.
Well, let's say my sweet potatoes do well.
Yeah, I don't know why.
They're the only ones that's growing.
No, not really. It's
Oh, well, yeah, that is true.
pretty better out here than it does in the house.
I know. You see where I sprayed it? And I sprayed it with the sun
How
out.
do you think you're going to spray everything?
I didn't
If it's
manage it.
growing and it doesn't show signs of bugs infesting eating all the leaves, leave it alone.
We haven't had enough rain, and I did. But
We have enough rain. You just have it in your head that everything needs water. It doesn't. Plants store water under the dirt. They have little pods attached to the root. And in that pod is water in case a drought comes along so they can survive. They don't need water every day.
in direct sun, it sunburns.
That is it getting sunburned?
That
Oh, this here?
the philodendron, yeah, it got sunburned. But like I
Still
said,
gets used to it.
well, I didn't water it. I watered the plant next to it, and they've got water on it. But you can tell where the leaves are.
I'd water it some more.
Well, no, the
It needs
drinks and
I'd say at least 5 gallons a day.
for God's sake. Did you see that out there?
See
What did I tell you?
What?
That vine?
What?
That vine?
What about it?
Well, the bugs just took over now. You don't have to worry about taking it out.
I told you to dig the damn thing out.
I'm not doing it. I said I'll have Chana do it when he comes back, but I can't do it. I can't use a shovel anymore. But anyhow,
Here's what I would do.
burn it.
Well, no, it's already grown, and you know it's there. It looks okay in the street. I'd spray it for bugs, and I don't mean that stupid thing. I mean spray it for bugs, and around October, whatever, cut the thing off to the ground, and then when Channel comes back to trim the trees up in the winter time dig it out, just like we did that over there.
I am gonna just chop it out, let him dig it out. But yeah, I was, I left it because I wanted you to see. I wasn't kidding about those little orange worms. They take over. They eat the leaves. And I said, in a week there won't be nothing left of the leaves.
But you notice it ain't eating the leaves nowhere else.
You chopped half of it out last week.
It's not eating the leaves there.
No,
not eating the leaves there.
They don't
not
get
eating
on
the leaves
anything.
here. Not eating the leaves there. Not eating the leaves there. This here's dying. I don't want to know of it. And or nowhere else. Just there.
That's the only plant that I have that they get on. And there's a particular name for them. I can't remember what kind of caterpillar they're, but they're a particular name. They're orange, and y'all probably know what they are. But
It makes a difference.
it comes every
the
year.
insect problem is eating one plant. There's an easy way of getting rid of the insect problem. Get rid of the plant.
Okay.
That plant's been there for 10 years. For 10 years, I've been telling you, get rid of this
Well,
plant.
I usually just spray it and get the bugs off of it. But yeah, it's not worth messing with anymore. So I'm going to have it taken out. But yeah, I'm going to chop it out.
Wonder how hard it would be. They probably wouldn't allow it.
What?
Put a koi pond, tear all this out. Put a koi pond.
You could, but you want all that.
Who said that?
Yeah, you probably could. Nobody know the difference. But like I said, you have a lot of critters that like your koi pond. You know that.
Critters? What critters?
Snakes.
Snakes tomorrow.
We had one in Brownsburg at koi pond.
That's Indiana. We're in Florida. Different snakes. These snakes eat lizards.
They don't want water.
Alligators do, and that could be a problem.
Like I said, you want all the, all the
I
birds.
just don't want to mess with the Sandio cranes. The Sandio cranes are very particular about things, and they're almost like Buddy. If they get into the habit of doing something, they want to do it every day.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't feed them. That's why we don't set food out for them. And we haven't had a problem with it.
And they're noisy when you get near them. They
They're babies.
make a racket.
Near their babies. That's what they really get.
And if the baby get too far away from you, you ought to hear them. They've calling back. They make the office noise. But they have been they've been pecking the screen in some people's lanai and all that kind of stuff. I know some people had to have their
don't set corn and stuff out for the San Diego cranes. I know that seemed like the right thing to do. If we was in Indiana, we had bird feeders everywhere, and squirrel feeders, and whatever else we had it everywhere. But here, it's a little different. The biometrics, whatever you call it's really sensitive. One thing depends on another all the time. And if you go messing with the San Diego cranes' feeding habits, you're messing up their whole system. Even the babies, because the babies follow the parents to learn to eat what they need to eat.
Yeah.
Most people know that. There's always that one or two out there, but I know, but his name is Joe. Well, quit calling him Joe.
I know. I talked to a lady the other day, and she loves animals, and I said she was loving on Betty, and then another dog come down the street. She had to love on Ed a little while, and it was funny because she turned around and she said, when he dies, I may open an animal sanctuary.
Well, you can do what you want to, ma'am.
But she said when the husband died. So, James Reeves wants to know if we're planning any trips in the RV.
Yeah, but I don't know when I want to go. It's been way too hot everywhere. I'm not going to the East Coast. I hate it up there. There's nothing up there I want. Didn't lose nothing there to go look for it. If I went up to the East Coast, it would not probably be in the RV. The East Coast has a whole different rule when it comes to RVs. I just don't want to deal with it. I mean, Washington D.C. was about as far north as I'd want to go, and we did stay in the RV around Washington D.C. And it was almost a hectic mess to do that. I mean,
But I'm glad we went. That was
well, yeah, we didn't do everything really good. I could have spent probably a week there. And,
No.
and,
But Arlington was one of the best,
yeah, we walked around Arlington to places that we had never. We've been to Arlington before, and we went to places I had never seen, never been to.
never heard of actually, and it was so
Yeah,
fascinating.
I didn't realize there was a home up there.
Yeah, we actually got lost in there.
We
In the
did. We
cemetery.
got lost, and next thing I know, I'm turning around looking. I was at the top of a mountain, and I'm looking around. Arlington was below me here, but at the top of the mountain where I was at, there were 1800s or some sitting judges that were buried. All right, anyway. So we did see a lot up there, a lot. Saw changing of the guard, which I've seen that before, but it's always nice to see that.
Yeah, it was fascinating. It really was. And Vinny, I don't see it.
I'm not too sure if there's but only one body left in the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers. But I'm pretty sure that two of them now has been identified with DNA records, and they've taken their remains out. So there may only be one left. I just find it curious that when that if they can identify those remains, then what?
But when you go there, when you go to the area where you watch the changing of the guards and everything, if you look out over the vista, you could see the whole city. It's fascinating. It really.
Well, what I find fascinating is how everything in that city, from Arlington Cemetery to who knows where, is how everything is in line with each other. Like, I don't know, but you'd be here and you look down the line, there's no trees, no trees, no trees to White House. And then everything the other way, you look this way, there's no trees, no trees, no trees. And then you see, I'm just saying these words because I don't know what the buildings were, but the U.S. Senate. And it's just things line up.
Yeah, yeah. It really was. And nice that they have they had little tutorials, little brass plaques and what have you to kind of tell you a lot of stuff. And but I do think that was one of the best places we've been to, really. That and White Sands. I love White Sands.
New Mexico?
Yeah, just because it did give you that everything white like that. If you're standing there by yourself and you see nothing but that white, it does give you kind of an ethereal feeling. I mean, this is what heaven is. It's just one of those kind of things. Anyway,
My White Sands is kind of weird. It's as you get so your eyes get used to it. It's like going outside on a winter's day after snow and it's a bright sunny day. You get used to that, and then when you go inside, you can't see.
yeah.
It's kind of that way. And White Sands ain't far from the petrified forest. There's something else out there too.
I remember in White Sands we seen a couple and they must have just been married, I'd imagine, because they were doing screwball things, but they were having fun with each other. But they had a little sled, and they were actually sliding down these dunes with that sled. It was funny.
You can get those sleds up at the souvenir shop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Joanne wants to know if we have deer down here.
And what?
Deer?
Yeah. Florida has a particular deer that's only in the state of Florida. I don't know if it's up this far north. I know we got them down around the Key West area. Rizzo would be one to really tell you about that because that's where he's from. But it's a small deer. It's protected. You can't hunt them. You can't harass them or anything. But they're endangered because of cars. And I think southern Florida is because of this python snakes. And of course gators, but that's a natural thing for gators. But anyway, yeah, they do have small deer. And they may have whitetail. I don't know why they wouldn't, but
we don't see them here because we're not in a wooded area around here. This is this development is good size and we don't have a forest or what have you around us. So, but they're here.
We got enough illegals around here. They probably eat them.
Kathy B said, "Go to New England and it's beautiful in the summer." We'd like to, and we were intending to do that last time that we went, but we only got as far as Washington and turned around and went. Well, we went to Wrestlers. We went over to Pennsylvania
We
instead.
went over to where's Deb from? The thing of the town, Pennsylvania. Hershey. We went over by Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's where Wrestler lives. I probably shouldn't say that, but I did. And we stayed there for a couple days. Then after that, I've had it the East Coast. I've had it. I just couldn't take it anymore.
It was real. The traffic was really bad, and especially with the camper hauling a car, and the internet was awful. Absolutely, you could not get anything there. So
Washington D.C. north, we never got any good internet, nowhere.
but I think if we do go to New England, it'd probably be by plane or train because we ain't driving.
What was the name of their internet? It was like I want to say like Costco, but that's not the name.
Cox,
Cox
I think.
internet. God, it was butt ugly, awful.
Yeah, and we went to Starbucks. We went to the library. We went to several places trying to get some access, and it was just awful. Mr. Rizzo says Stowe, Vermont. Yeah, we've never been to Vermont. Like I said, we didn't get any farther than Washington, so never been up. I haven't. I skipped it trucking, but I never did. And I always wanted to see Cape Cod and all the touristy places, but we just never got it that far. But if we do go, we're not driving up there.
I'll be dead soon. Her and her new boyfriend can go up there.
Yeah, and the Medicare guru says Maine. Yeah, that's one of the places we.
Is that where they had the child sex offender or whatever that was running for governor of Maine? I think so.
No idea.
Yeah, and under investigation, he dropped out of the race.
We got one that's president. Who cares?
Huh?
I said we got one that's president. Nobody seems to care.
He's never been found guilty of anything.
Okay.
You got to keep making this stuff up in your head.
No, I don't make it up.
You got to join the Communist Party and get real.
Mr. Rizzo says, key deer, they're very interbred. I imagine if there's not a whole lot around,
What's that?
they're inbred.
What's that?
The deer in Key West.
Oh, I thought he was talking about people in the villages.
Talk about Trump. Okay.
They said the same thing about the Amish people up north, just so you know. I said, you ever notice that most of the Amish people all kind of look alike? And the guy said, well, it goes back in history, that's because they're all inbred.
But you're one of those that they call.
I'm saying that's one of the things that people will believe. I'm saying, but it's BS. There's no.
Yeah, that's what I said, So.
Really, when you stop thinking about it, go back to the beginning of Earth. God made Adam and Eve.
So what?
Well, then their children begat. What they begat?
It wasn't elephants. I mean,
Inbred.
inbred. Oh well, it happens.
King Tut was inbred. They proved that DNA testing on his bones and stuff.
Yeah.
They know who his parents are.
What?
He was inbred.
He's seen Debbie drive it in, so mom's not with her, honey. Yeah, mom's not with her. I don't think news yet.
Using hand extensions.
Oh, I didn't know he dropped it. Buddy. Okay. These things are a lifesaver, let me tell you. And I said before giving him these, he was just, while we do this show, he was a pain in the butt, a real pain in the butt. And now he just sits and chews on these things. I get him a new one every Wednesday. He gets a new one. He just chews the heck out of them. And like I said, I get them off of Amazon, and they're called Himalayan shoes. And you can get them at the pet stores, but they're very expensive at the pet stores. So, and like I said, I get them off of Amazon, and I said there's 3 in a bag, and they're like $11.59. I think is what they cost.
It's called key deer.
Huh?
Yeah, I think that's what they call it, key deer. He says they're really inbred. So that's because there's so few of them. They'll be gone.
Yeah.
That's what I like about some of the zoos, and that's why I like Brookfield Zoo. Brookfield Zoo is I forget what they called it now, but basically what they are is they take animals, breed them there, and then move the animals to other zoos that does the same thing. that's in case they need a certain amount of animals to go to where they really come from, like say Africa somewhere, and turn some loose to start the breeding herd over again. And so that's why I like the Brookfield Zoo, say over Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park is a profit zoo, where Brookfield Zoo, I believe, is a nonprofit zoo. I mean, I don't know if they're supported by any kind of government money or not, but yeah, I like the zoo a lot.
Jerry Bell says Skip's quoting the Bible on Porch Settin. Is this a jump the shark moment?
Bible?
I think we're getting there, Jerry.
I didn't quote no Bible. What did I say?
I don't know.
Because I didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
But if I could,
Colleen says
let me just
evolution.
tell all the women out there, and this is straight from the Bible, you can look it up. God put man on earth to serve God. There's no arguing about that. Why did he put woman on earth? To serve man.
That's in the
You
Bible.
don't have to like it, but it's in there.
It's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible. Look it up.
Well, Reverend Smith, let me tell you.
The world according to Scripture.
You know, if that was the case, I wouldn't be here. And evolution has entered the chat. Yes, Colleen. we didn't have anything else to talk about. Y'all have to give us something to talk about. No, but Skip's getting out of hand.
I've always been out of hand. Nothing new.
Oh my goodness. We went. I went to Costco yesterday to get Buddy a chicken. I go on Tuesdays to get his chicken, and when I got done, I went over to Hobby Lobby because I've been looking for something right in front of my front door. I had a flower pot there with flowers in it, or a big planter.
Right there.
And
put that in front of the door.
Yeah.
I don't need any more stuff.
That's where it was, but it doesn't. When it gets too far in the summer, it gets the powdery
Water
mildew.
it. Water it.
It gets too much. It doesn't get any air there. So I wanted something else to put up.
It's outside. There's air.
It's up there next to the door. It doesn't get any air.
So I can't stand there and breathe?
Oh my God.
What do you mean, oh my God?
Do you know what powdery mildew is from?
Powdery what?
Powdery mildew. When it starts getting white on the stems.
Well, down here when we had it, not powdery, no, but yeah, that powdery stuff you're talking about is actually, can't remember what it's called, it's a bug. And the powdery is like a spider web, and there's eggs in there.
I'm talking about powdery mildew, and it's like
There's no
mildew.
such thing as
White.
powdery. Let's see.
There
I'm
is.
going to check it out.
We'll check it out and see what it says.
Oh, by the way,
That's why you took my poinsettia out over there.
it was dying.
Because it had powdery mildew. It wasn't getting enough
You don't
air.
know what it had over there. All I know is you watered it like every day when it's sitting right next to the drain.
I didn't water it. It waters itself. But I said the one over there is getting white on it now. Because it's sitting behind the air conditioner.
When the day comes you die, and I sell this house, I'm not watering anything.
Okay.
Except maybe the grass. What do about it? Who you got for?
Here I am.
She goes, where she go every day?
I don't. She has a club meeting or something. And she didn't go every day. It's
Every day. Well, every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday she goes. And like I said, I don't know if she sews or quilts or something. But she goes to one of those.
Is her husband still alive? I've never seen him in the porch anymore. He turned his lanai into a TV room. He used to sit there all the time. I've never seen him out there forever.
He can't walk very good anymore. He falls down a lot. So they said he won't let him go outside.
Well, between me being shaky on my legs and him falling down, maybe we should just share houses and I can prop him up and he can prop me up.
Well, I said, your son's using a cane now, so the two of you can wobble down the street. William Rizzo says, thou shalt not eat oatmeal cookies with beer.
I don't.
You got tea.
I don't drink it. Yeah, I don't drink beer with cookies or cake or ice cream. And I don't like drinking beer with salads.
But I don't think that's in the Bible either, Bill.
Yeah, I don't think that's in the Bible.
Oh, and Laura Lampy says, good afternoon from the office at Village Periodontics, just north of 466. Are we getting the teeth fixed, Laura?
Billy's Periodontist.
Hope you have better
Is
luck.
that actually the name of it? The Billy's Periodontist?
Yeah.
That's up. Ooh, right up there in that area by Lake Sumter Landing, where all the doctors and things are in that one little area.
Yeah. She said north of 466, but I'm trying to remember. Is that near Laurel Manor? There's doctor's offices in there.
What is powdery milk?
Well, wish you luck, Laura. And Catherine Jacobson says, except chocolate with beer is better.
Powdery mildew is a plant disease caused by various species of fungi, identified by a white flour-like dusting on leaves and stems, and favored by warm, dry days paired with humid nights. We don't never have a dry day. It's all humid here.
Well, anyhow, we can't reach the Chewy Daddy. Um, um, Skip is not a fungi. Well, we'll have to debate that. Fungi. Yeah. Okay, get your Chewy. You want a drink? You drink it. Ain't got much ice cubes left, do we?
The Coleman shows a shout out to all from Indiana and to the WN or the basketball. I've been watching more and more of that women's basketball league up there. There are two girls on that league. I can't think of their names. They're everywhere. You go to
Caitlin
TikTok,
Clark,
yeah, I'm the other girl.
Sophie Cunningham.
And I don't know. I know videos can be edited to make it look like the way you want it to look and all this and that. But she's really popular, that blonde. And the brunette, she's really popular. And I went to another sports channel like they do for the NBA and stuff like that. They got these retired guys that used to play that, and they're talking about it. And they were, anyway, it was a women's coaches and things were talking about it. And one of them made a statement, snide statement, because she didn't agree with it, about why the women don't make as much money there as the men do over here. You know, that argument goes on forever. But she said they're using the Women's National Basketball Association to prop up the LGBTAQRST. Whoever the hell any of that is.
And those are probably the only two on that team that aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she said she's talking. No, she said the Basketball Association is using it, and she says the only thing I got to say is if they're going to use it and gain by it, tell them to put their money where their mouth is. And I'm going, well, if it's true, and I don't know if it is true, she said it, but you know, she had a point.
Oh my goodness. We got a super chat.
I did.
Craig the Sailor and Nicole, $20. Thank you, Craig. I hope your arm's doing well. I mean I know that is not a fun surgery.
Oh, it was a fun picture.
It was a fun big.
You have to go to Discord to see it. I'm telling you, when you see the little guy on this side of the next race, and they're standing there, and he's looking at the camera trying to, you know, and then you see this guy over here, cup of coffee or something, and he's got his arm all slung up.
Yeah, okay. Now Laura says Village Periodontics is near the Walmart on 466. I'm having a tooth pulled on August 24th. Then we go to the implant route. It will take a total of 8 months from start to finish until the crown is formed.
Now the implants is a process. I've had a couple of them, and well, I had two implant. I don't know what to call it. Two implant the rods that they put in there for the implant tooth, but instead of a tooth, I had a bridge permanently fixed, and mine's perfect. I had no argument about it. And the person that actually done this perfect job is the guy that ended up. Well, he didn't, I guess. His mom did. Ended up giving him that tooth infection. Same guy. He's really set up for tooth implants. I mean, you can tell when you get in there the difference. And the tooth implants were just perfect.
Yeah.
But his mom, she'll never stick her dirty fingers in my mouth again.
You don't know that it was his mom, but
she's the last one that had her fingers in my mouth.
You don't know that it's his mom.
He looked like her.
Well, it's another one of those, you know.
But they are Indians. So they all kind of look alike anyway.
But yeah, thanks, Craig and Nicole. We appreciate that. We don't get them anymore on.
We are a politically correct channel.
Yeah, we don't get them anymore on here. We used to get them on not Porch Settin, but Wednesday Night Live. When we did that, we used to get a lot of them, but we don't get them anymore. So
We collected them in one big check, take it down to the Children's Wish Foundation, give it to them. I think one year we took down like almost $20,000. Gave it to
we
them.
did good. I think should do another charity, maybe a different one. But
I just hate to ask, especially now, everybody talks about the food prices and the gas prices. I'm thinking, and all they need is a guy like me saying, "Hey, give me some money for the kids," and I just don't feel like doing that.
well, I said, maybe for a different charity. Although I did think that they were worth all the trouble.
I think they will.
Yeah, because kids that don't have long to live or having that many medical problems, they don't have much of a life, and this give them something really to look forward to. And I know some of my family had some problems, and they got to go to Disney on the Make a Wish people, and it was the best vacation that family ever had.
But I
Because
found out when we went down there because I asked her. I said, "What is it that everybody asks for?" Thinking Orlando, right? You think of Disney, right? And I said, "Is that your number one request? Is it go to Disney World?" And she, "You would think so." She said, "But it's not." And she was telling us all the different things the kids ask. He said, "They're allowed to ask for anything." He says, "And we work with people that's willing to do." One guy wanted to be, I can't remember what it was called now. He wanted to be a fireman robot or something like that. So he got to go
Transformer.
transform. So he got to go to the fire department, and they put him on a fire truck, and they took him around as a transformer, and he's walking down the sidewalk.
Yeah, they
That was his
outfit,
thing. That's what he wanted
everything.
to do.
Yeah, it was very cool. But yeah, they like I said, they don't have much to look forward to. Some of these kids, and it was a worthwhile charity, I thought. But let's see. And Laura said she had an implant on the other side 13 years ago.
Yeah,
So she had an implant on the other side 13 years ago.
yes, she's aware of it. I had the rods and stuff put in, but I just didn't get the tooth. I got the, whatever. It's a process. It takes a while. It's expensive, more expensive now. When I had mine done, I think this whole section down here, you got a rod over here, and you got a rod over here, and then all this is, glued in. I'm thinking that whole process was like $2,500, something like that. Seemed like
6,000.
this was. I didn't have insurance at UPS that paid $6,000.
No, the insurance didn't pay all of it.
So once again, she's spending all my money without me knowing. So anyway, this
Put
was
you back together.
yeah.
Oh,
So it's expensive, but I will say this: once it's done right, you're done forever. You won't have. It's not going to come loose. I don't think. Mine's never has. I don't know what kind of glue they use. I call it glue. I don't know what else to call it, but apparently it's lifelong glue.
yeah, and Colleen says she always goes the bridge direction and not implants. That's kind of a personal thing, whatever you can stand, because it's a process.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
but yeah, it is expensive.
Not the tooth implants. It's the process of everything up to the rods being put in. Then this was made, and then you went in and they glued it down, and they check it for position and all that stuff. And mine was from the time they first put it in, and you couldn't move it. That was really weird. When they slid it in, you couldn't move it. It was tight already, and yeah, mine was right. I can't even complain about it.
Okay. And Laura
The
said,
first thing I asked was, once you put this thing in, can I bite into an apple? And he said, should be. I don't like that. Should.
and Laura said, Make a Wish is a worthwhile charity. It is. We always thought so. And I said there was, I think they could have been a little bit more helpful. The ladies in the office that we worked with were wonderful. They really were. We had 2 different ones, and they were really, really wonderful. They'd help us as much as possible.
They even came on the show.
Yeah, but
I want to say Barbara. What was her name? Barbara, was it?
I don't remember their names now, but they were both wonderful. And
I give her my phone number, and you give me hers, and
I just thought the organization could have been a little bit more helpful.
Yeah, they didn't really do nothing to help us out,
No.
other than they did what I asked them to do. Can I get you to come on the show for a little while just so people know who you are? I do it because I don't want people to think I'm trying to scam them out of money. I'm not. And we had wrestler and healthy home cooking off their side. they were keeping tracks of all the super chats and super stickers and things like that. And at the end of the show, then she would tell us how much we brought in, but it didn't account for people that come to the show 2 days late and then would send us money. You know, in case you guys don't know, super chats and super stickers, just like what Craig just sent us, you have to do that while the show is live. You can't come to a repeat play and do that. So super chats, super stickers. We had a lot of people that come to those shows, and we did really well with it. Of course, I had Linda, and that's why I call it my W&L group. My crew is Linda, Jose, Judy,
Deb,
and Sue, and me, all on the show at one time. And so people could come on, they talk for a while. Somebody would send us a super chat, and we added all that stuff up, and that's how it went.
but yeah, it's a very worthwhile charity. And I did meet a guy here in the Villages that just lives not too far from us, and he said he had taken over as a chairman or something, and like I said, we had quit the process by then. So I never did talk to him again. But anyhow, it's a very worthwhile charity. Laura Lampy said dental insurance normally doesn't cover 100% of procedures like implants. No. Root canals, at least my former employer's dental insurance didn't cover everything in my implant in 2013, maybe 50%. Yeah, I don't think insurance does right anymore with eye and dental. Now eye, they're getting a little bit better, but with the dental, and I don't know whether it's the dentists that make up these. Don't know if it's the dentists making up these prices or what, but your insurance doesn't come close to even to me to even paying enough. Just like the hearing aids, I don't think some of the insurance ain't worth the crap. So. Rachel Girl says, I think you should do a charity fundraiser for the kids. I like the games, singing and hand dancing. Well, we do too, but you know, we were asking people to do this all on their own. You know, we didn't pay anybody. It was all voluntary, and they had a life. So you know, Deb moved out of the Villages, and so I don't see her that much. Linda's got her hands full right now. And so, you know, it wasn't, not that we wouldn't like to. And I said, we may do something at a later date, maybe.
I doubt it.
Maybe once a year.
There's too many YouTubers down here now. You're not going to get very much money at all, and it's just not even worth it. That's just a fact.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I wouldn't like to. It's just a fact. We're going to spend 2 hours of everybody's time to do this, and I can almost predict you'll get less than $1,000.
Well,
To me, it's not even worth it.
and Laura says, I love Wednesday Night Live. I learned a lot from it.
You learned about what not to do?
Laura wants to know, is Craig Morrison going to be on Porch Settin in October?
He usually is. Usually around the busy times of signing up for Medicare or changing is when he comes to the Villages every day. He has appointments every day. And then somewhere in between those appointments, and he just stops by.
And Craig is our Medicare guru. And you know, at that time when he comes on, like I said, he usually does right before their October when everything starts moving. He comes on and you can ask questions and get some answers by listening to other people's questions. And he's just so smart when it comes to that kind of thing. He knows what he's doing.
Actually, Craig has his own YouTube channel now.
He does. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm the manager of it.
Oh.
But he doesn't put much on there because I don't think he's got hardly any subscribers. I mean, you got to understand in YouTube world, subscribers and views is everything. It's not a joke. It's everything. You can't do this because you don't have enough subscribers. You can't do that because you didn't get enough views. I mean, it's everything. So, I mean, if you watch any of YouTube, what does everybody tell you somewhere during their show? Everybody, please subscribe, make a comment. There's a reason for all that. I'm getting to the point where I'm just going to stop saying it because if you don't know by now, you're never going to know.
Yeah. But yeah, we're hoping he'll be on. And
I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
I got to get his new logo put up too because he sent me a new one, and it's got a new email on it. And I didn't check the phone number, but it's got a new email on it. So if you've been emailing him, you may not get a response because of that. And I got a phone call with a message from one of my old time subscribers. I think she's Patreon too, saying that she'd been calling him, and she says, well, I'm not getting any response. He's not calling me back, and he's not emailing. And I called Craig, and he says, can you forward that email? Well, it wasn't really an email. It was a message on the other phone that I use for the call in, talk to everything. And so, no, I can't email it to him. But
You have to get that card out so you can put out.
yeah,
that.
I'm going to have to put that new email address up there and stuff. So.
Yeah. But yeah, you want to get your appointments early because like when it gets into that to the October area, then he's very, very busy, and it's hard to get back to you. Like Jerry Bell says, schedule your appointments now. And Jerry's got a number.
Okay.
352-317-8992
What's that for?
for Craig. But that's what I don't know if that's the new one or not.
Well, if they go to any of my news channels, at the very end of it, where I start saying goodbye to everybody, Craig's thing's right there.
Nobody ever sees that.
Then why do I do it?
Don't ask me. And Laura says, I'm debating whether I should get dental insurance for the future. Laura, I'll tell you something that I have. I don't have dental insurance. I have a dental discount. And I said, and it's been really good for me. It's eye and dental. It's through Carrington. Actually, one of the nurses at the dentist's office gave me the number. And when I called the guy, and it's only like $100 a year. And I says, and you're restricted to what dentist you can go to. They got to be able to take it. But the ones I went to, they've all took it. And I said, the discount was big enough. It was almost like having insurance. So, yeah, dental insurance, unless you're expecting to have a lot of, because I don't know what they pay. Ours was through our work most of the time. And I said, now I said, Skip got his through his insurance, and I have mine. I said, I have that dental discount. But I know it's
I don't see that or not. There's a picture on Discord. Craig's the one on the left, I think, with his arm in a sling. There's his buddy on the right with a neck brace on. He break, and it says at the bottom, you can find it. I don't even know if I got it turned sideways. Let me see here. What does it say? Nothing like enjoying retirement in the villages.
That's good, Craig. But yeah, like I said, I'm sure the dental insurance isn't cheap, but make sure what you get, because a lot of times, what you usually get with your regular insurance is cleaning and just looking. What do they call it?
I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Probably not, huh? Nah. I guess you just have to be a Discord member to see that picture.
Yeah, and you check with Carrington and see if they don't, they don't have some. If your insurance, like I said, you pretty much have to go to the dentist and see if they take it, because some of them do. The ones that don't need to discount anything, but like I said, I've never had too much problems. And like I said, they pay just about as good as any insurance I ever had. So, and it only costs $100 a year.
I keep Facebook on here, honest little for Julie, really. And I do put something. I got a Facebook page, but I don't take it real serious. I don't use it as a way to boost up my membership. Maybe that's why I lose out. I don't know. But I put a couple of things on there once in a while. Nothing big. And but just by keeping that Facebook page on there, I swear to you, at least 10 times a day, I just got another one right here. There's one new message. I can't find it. So I don't know where the new message is. But anyway, I'll say, and it's always girl. It's always a girl. It's always a picture of a girl, young girl, saying that she wants to start following me, but she's asking me to allow her to follow me. I guess I have to do that. I don't know. And I just ignore every one of them. And I just went in there a week ago, and there must have been 100 of those girls on this person sent you a thing. I deleted every one of them.
Okay.
I did it on purpose. I don't want them. And then I'm still getting 2, 3, 4 times a day. And I know they're just a bunch of whores. Every one of them. Every one of them. I have no 23-year-old that wants to follow me. There's no good reason for it.
Well, I don't see it, but you never know. But they could be friends of Skippy's. But yeah, I know you don't do Facebook, and I don't know why you even have it on there right now, because that's confusing for people.
Well,
To have a Facebook post and you never see it, and you never answer
I
anything.
got to keep Facebook in order to do his FaceTime with Julie. That's all she knows how to do.
Okay.
I asked her several times, says, can you do FaceTime on your phone? And she says, I don't know. I said, well, have your husband look, and because he's better at it. And he said, yeah, she can, but he said that Julie will never be able to remember it. So I just leave it the way it is.
Thanks. Craig says, I feel famous now.
Well, I
just
guess, Craig,
that.
they're going to have to join Patreon so I can send them a Discord link and then go on there and they can enjoy the pictures that everybody else puts on there. There's a lot of stuff on the people that put on Discord that I think is well worth the $2 a month just for that.
Yeah. And Laura wants to know, does anybody take Valium? Says, how drowsy would it make me before my tooth extraction?
I took Valium and drank a half a fifth of whiskey, and it was wonderful.
Well, Laura, I'm not used to taking anything, and I said Valium will put me to sleep. Just about everything will put me to sleep, but yeah, Valium put me to sleep, so I wouldn't drive with it. But I don't think, the normal person, it probably wouldn't make drowsy. Most people I know take them every day for the heck of it, I guess. But yeah, it always put me to sleep.
I can see by this email on here, Craig at Fabian Insurance. That's the one that I put up all the time. He's recently told me he's changed that, so I don't think that's his email anymore.
Okay.
I'm not even sure about that phone number either.
Okay. So if you get no answer, you'll know. We'll try to get that new number out for you.
Is Craig on?
Yeah.
Yeah, Craig's on there.
Oh, okay.
Message was redacted.
Okay.
Message was redacted. He put up 3 messages, and they're all 3 been redacted. Who's doing that?
I don't know. Craig the Sailor says those aren't girls. Craig the Sailor says those aren't girls that message you on Facebook.
No, I said they're whores. That's what I
He says those aren't girls.
Hey, listen, I see so much stuff on TikTok and stuff. I'm looking at that going, when did we start allowing this? When did we start allowing this? You can't get on there. You can't get on there and say certain words, but a girl can get on there and show her twat. And I don't get it.
Yeah.
What makes that okay, but this over here is not?
Oh,
I shouldn't say that. I should call it not my grandma, my mom's sister used to call it coochie.
Yeah, Gucci. Yeah.
Coochie.
And Racer Girl says the Valium puts her to sleep too. Yeah, it does, as it does me. And but yeah, just it makes you that relaxed. So that's what they're for.
Greg, I don't know why your messages are being redacted. Don't look at me. I'm not doing anything.
All I get is he says it is.
Yeah, it is.
And Laura says she don't think Valium and alcohol are supposed to mix together. Well, I didn't need the alcohol to put me out. I just, just the Valium would do that because I don't take a lot of that kind of stuff. I'd always bring the pain pills home to Skip.
She says, is it Valium the new date rape drug?
I don't know.
I know. I don't date anybody.
Yeah.
Who was it here? Somebody here. I think it was on last week's news. I didn't forget what I did last week. But somebody here, an older guy, I think it was a resident here, went on Tinder to date a young chick. Something happened. I forget what happened. He got arrested.
Okay. Yeah. Jerry says, Laura, if you have extra value, I'm sure you can find takers. And then
I'll take one.
Yeah, and Jerry Bell said anyone on Skip channel gets a discount on Valium.
Yeah, I'll take one.
That's what I said. I used to save all the pain pills for Skip. I never took the darn things.
I haven't needed a pain pill for my back, I suppose, but the Valium thing sleeping. I'm having a harder time sleeping through the night anymore. I don't know why. Buddy wants to play in the middle of the night, and I don't know.
Yeah, and and I said I could have. I said I slept through a root canal. To get tired enough to do anything. So
That's one thing I'll never sleep through is dental appointments.
Mhm.
I don't like them. I know most people don't. I'm not comfortable with them. Matter of fact, the dentist I had in Anderson was probably the best dentist I've ever had in my life at the time. He knew how I was, and he would give Sue 2 prescriptions for me. He said, "Have him take this one as soon as he gets up, and then 20 minutes before you leave the house and come here, have him take the second one." By the time I got to the dentist office, I was like, "Hey!" I know.
Yeah, yeah. We went shopping one day after he had surgery because of that. So Dominic wants to know how hot it is here today.
Not too bad. It's humid. Always remember that it's humid. And that's really the problem here is humidity. Say in the 80s, low 80s, maybe.
It's only supposed to get to 90.
What do you think so?
It doesn't have the temperature on it. I have to look on my phone.
Well, I have it in the house, but I'm not going in there. Too far to walk.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen this? Oh, well, I don't even go through it. The dark side of the villages.
Dark side of what?
The villages.
Listen, it's just another clickbait thing. I don't pay no attention to none of it.
Uh,
But I guess Linda did find somebody put out a video about the history of the villages. I haven't seen that. And I do take Linda's opinions on things pretty serious because she's pretty good. And she said it's very interesting. It's worth the view. Well, I haven't seen it, but
86. What my phone says.
Huh?
86.
I was talking about Linda's video. I don't give a damn at that point about what the temperature is.
Well, I want to get off of there, so.
So anyway, whatever the name of that video was that she said, I haven't seen it yet, but she said you ought to see it. And all this is being done on Discord, so I'm kind of giving you that.
But I think she got the video off of something else. So.
She got it off YouTube. I know where she got it, but I don't remember the name. Follow me. I don't remember the name of the video. Nowhere in that sentence did I say, I wonder where she got it.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. Oh well. Anyhow.
Great.
On.
Anyhow.
But
you notice, I don't know who she got over there. Because even that long ago, her front yard kind of looked like shit.
Yeah.
Now look at it. It's all nice and green.
She fertilized it.
What kind of fertilizer does she use?
She used just what they told us not to use. Weed and feed. It's weed and feed.
Oh, yeah. When I first got here, I put wheat feed on it, and the guy told me don't do that.
That's what they told us. Yeah. But that's what she used.
Maybe I put it on too thick. I don't have a spreader. I just do it with my hand.
Well, and the guy's supposed to come and spray today, and I was going to have a talk with him.
I just think y'all just fire him. Get somebody else.
Well, and
we've been arguing with these people for years now, and they're still not getting it right.
Right. Okay. Okay. Get everything but what I want. What are you looking at? There's a bird.
Oh, there's a bug flying right there. See it?
Is that a bug or a hummingbird?
It's a bug. Okay. There's another one.
Big one.
Well, he's barking at a butterfly.
He notices all those things because I always, when we walk in the morning and walk in the evening, there's a plane that goes over. And I always say, there goes the plane, buddy. So he's always looking up there. Yeah. And I think it's probably somebody that works here.
Well, you get about to the point where you need a haircut again.
He has one Saturday. He has one Saturday.
This Saturday?
Yep. So we got it covered, don't we, baby? Passport rules changed. Oh, remember that.
Sounds like prostitution to me. Who said that? Laura? Yeah. Some of these websites, they call them one thing, but they actually, certain people use them for other things. I'll tell you one that everybody uses. I've even used it. I've got something on there right now, but I'm very cautious with it. Very cautious. Is Facebook Marketplace. You really got to watch yourself on there. A lot of skanky people on there.
Well, it's kind of like, what was that the one when we first moved down here, and I said we got rid of some stuff at the other house. Craigslist. Yeah, Craigslist. I said I'm scared to death of it because yeah, there's some weird people on there.
You got to be really firm with them because they send you emails generally. They never call. They send you an email. You have to read the emails and you get an idea of this.
And I've used them before, but yeah.
But I got rid of everything in my house, or my garage anyway, garage stuff, and the Corvette, and some other stuff in Indianapolis, all on Craigslist. Never had a problem with any of it.
Yeah.
But down here,
Yeah. Well, let's see. And Dominic, you know, it's 86 here. Craig says it's 88 where he's at. And we're under an awning here, so that makes a difference in the temperature here.
yeah, that's right. It makes a difference in the temperature outside. We're under an awning.
And Laura says the older man on Tinder from the Villages was looking for a sugar baby. Sounds like
That's right. I
prostitution.
do remember that. They did say he was looking for a sugar baby.
Yeah.
Who goes on Tinder and says that?
Oh, and Dominic says not bad at all. It was 96 when I left there a few weeks ago. Yeah, we had, like I said, we had some really hot weather. When it gets up in the upper 90s, it's very uncomfortable, especially with the humidity. And I said, we're getting because of the rain that we've had the last couple of days, the temperatures come down to the lower 90s. And by 3 o'clock, it'll be 90 at least. But it's a lot easier.
Rain clouds building up.
Well, and it's supposed to, but
We'll see. I mean, it is what it is. It's Florida.
oh, and Craig says, actually, that's the weather app. My front porch thermometer says 79. And Mimi says her pool deck is 91. She's in Hawkins. So it's kind of all over the place.
Why would it be 71 in one part of the village? It was 91 in another part of the village.
On her pool deck with the sun shining down it. We've got a lot of clouds here now. It's clouded up really quick.
Well, I checked the temperature when I came out here and it said 81.
Okay, well, like I said, now,
And it's in that thing right there.
well, like I said, when the sun's beating down on everything, especially a pool deck, it's going to be harder. And Laura said the video Linda posted on Discord about the history of the Villages was very interesting. Yeah, I heard that. I haven't got
What
a
was
chance
the
to
name
see
of
it yet.
That was the question. What was the name of that video so people can go look for it?
And she said she put it on Discord, but I didn't see it on Discord.
You never go to Discord.
I'm on there all the time.
You tell me that's not.
I am.
You're on your page on Discord, not my page.
No, I don't go to my page. Nobody.
My page is the only interesting on there.
Okay, you're right. And Dominic says I killed off my brand new sod with weed and feed. Yeah, I don't know why they told us not to use it, but we always use up north. We always use the Scott's weed and feed, and our yard was like a golf course. It was beautiful.
We did.
But like I said, you know, we have zoysia grass down here, and it's so hard. I'm tempted to get the St. Augustine grass seed and just see where we go, because we got a lot of St. Augustine in our yard because that's what the neighbors have, and we have the same guy that mows. And he doesn't clean his mower after he mows their yard. He comes over here and does our yard. So we're getting a lot of the St. Augustine.
That's where most of your weeds come from down here. So the guy that's mowing your yard.
And I just wondered, you know, if you do that, if you put down the St. Augustine grass seed, if it would take over.
I called about that.
I know what they said. I wasn't going to tell them I done it.
I mean, you just don't. If you're going to do it, I do it in the back.
Well,
It'll take us years to get up here, but then we're dead.
well, and they said that the St. Augustine was taken over here, but
Yeah, St. Augustine everywhere. It's patches over. There's a big round section right there. You can tell in the wintertime when the zoysia goes brown. Look and see what's green. That's your St. Augustine.
well, that's what I said. I just wondered if I searched on the St. Augustine grass seed if it would take over.
Doesn't make any difference. The guy back there in the back told me, he says, I don't worry myself about it anymore. He says, just as long as my yard stays green. That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, when we first moved here, and I haven't seen anything about it for a long time, because we're in a zoysia grass area where in the wintertime the grass all turned brown. And the person was here, everybody's yard turned brown. This guy had a business where he would come and paint your yard.
Yeah. Well, and I know one neighbor up the street here that he killed his whole yard and then started over with St. Augustine.
Well, that's what they told me when I said, can I plant St. Augustine here? Because I was under the impression that you could not. District rules did not apply for it. And then we playing golf, and somebody told me, said, yeah, if ARC approves it, you can do it. So I called down there. I said, can I put St. Augustine grass in my yard if I want to. And they says, yes, as long as you do it sod for sod. That was the instruction. I said, I don't even know what you mean by sod for sod. He said, you have to do all four corners of your yard. Every ounce in your yard has to be taken out and then new grass put in.
Well, like I said, his is beautiful. It really is. But I can't believe that he only waters once a week.
So my problem was, at that time, Donnie lived over here. And Donnie didn't want to do that. And I know that St. Augustine's going to spread. And I didn't want it spreading over in his yard, so I decided not to do it.
Well, no faster, and it's spread over here. I wouldn't worry about it. Oh, Jerry says the plane, the plane. Yeah, it's kind of what we're looking at the plane every evening, every morning. It goes over. Laura says Paul McAllister was the YouTube creator who created the video of the history of the villages. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it because I know I've seen a few of those, and some of them had the facts kind of. Well, I can't say it was exactly accurate, but it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. Laura says she's following the interest how the judge ruled on Amendment 3 to increase the property tax exemption. Judge said Amendment 3 can't be on the ballot as is currently worded. Yeah, because there's some stuff in there that was political. And I said, for something like that, if you want everybody to vote on this, you don't want to get politics into it. So I understood what he said. I didn't see the exact sentence, but
Dominic says I killed off. Do you read that?
Yeah.
I killed off my brand new sod with wheat and feed.
That's what I said.
I think I almost did.
Medical Gurun says Sue shared Carrington. I would be silent as I refrain from selling here. My clients use as a great solution for dental services. It is a discount and not an insurance plan that is network driven. Yes, and I said I haven't had a whole lot done, but what I have had done, that they were decent. I thought as far as the insurance went. So, but yeah, I know every year Skip always asks me who's this because he doesn't remember the name either, and I have to think about it because they only take it out once a year. When I say Carrington, when you say Carrington, I have to think about it. The dental discount that I have, because you seen the papers laying on the bar the other day and asked me who it was, because they only do it once a year. So they were letting me know they was taking it out. They have to take it out automatically in September. But yeah, I forget the name. So he asked me who it is. I gotta go look it up. Frank the salary and Nicole says we had one day when our thermometer rate reached 121. Yeah, I said we have some really hot days here, and I said I know in Indiana we had
Let me just throw this in real quick while I'm thinking about it. Is when Craig comes here, I learned this the last time he was here, and I didn't know this, and I bet you most of you didn't know it either. When you ask him a question about certain insurance companies, I believe, and what to do with this for that or whatever, you have to be direct with the question, because there are certain things that under the law, the way it's written, he's not allowed to talk about it. It's almost like Medicare, I guess, was trying to silence him about mentioning this or that. But if you ask directly that question, then he can answer you. I think I'm saying that right. If not, he's on here. He can, maybe he can say it. I don't know. But if not, I'll find out all the information and I'll tell you.
And Jerry Bell said that was a Villages video. It's AI created. Okay.
Oh, I hate AI. I just hate it. I can't stand it. I can see a reason for it. Movie producers using it because they ain't got to pay nobody.
Oh.
But AI, you see so much of it on Facebook. You see so much of it on TikTok, a lot, and it's just downright stupid. And I just don't like it.
And Laura said the Dark Rise of the Village is the title of a YouTube video, and then to post it on Discord. Okay. And I just had that come up on my phone a while ago. So, oh yeah, I thought it was one of those. If you're looking at Florida Unfiltered, that's a hit job. That Florida Unfiltered, they want to keep people from coming to the villages. They post all the worst things imaginable.
Well, they say the same thing about me too. They just say, I have so many people saying, I was gonna go down there until I started watching you, and now I don't want to go down there anymore. Like it's my fault. All I'm doing is reading the news.
Yeah.
I don't make it up.
But this is, and I said, you can tell this is a hit shop. I mean, you can really tell. If anybody that lives here can tell.
I'm working on a whole new project on another village's channel, they're titled kind of the same, but not the same. This one's called The Village of Skip Smith. The other channel is called The Village of Skip and Sue. You should go there, subscribe, and look for the changes. They're coming every Friday for a while.
You have to tell me what it's about since my name's on it.
Well, basically, it was a way of me being able to protect the videos on this channel in case I got hacked again. They would be on that channel. That's what it was. But I'm not getting the subscribers. I'm not getting them. I'm only 600 and some subscribers, and I can't do anything. I have at least 1,000 subscribers, and so I'm changing the format a little bit to see if that helps. But you got to give it time. People's got to discover you and all this and that.
Sit down in this chair.
Huh?
I said, I sit down in that chair. It's just slow. There you go, baby.
You drop that one more time, and we'll throw it out in the grass.
No, you're not. It's mine. It's mine. Yes, it's mine. Laura says the grass in front of the courtyard villa she's renting is full of weeds. The lawn in front of Orange Blossom Gardens Country Club looks gorgeous. Yeah, and you see them all the time, you know, and you wonder what's wrong with mine. And I
got a neighbor back here. Every time I go by that, I mention Sue. I said, that guy's got the best looking yard. His grass looks perfect. And he takes care of it himself. But I don't know what he does.
Well, and Randy over here, he does his own yard. So there's no mower to mower thing here. He does his own. So he doesn't have
There's a good reason for mowing your own grass. Not just for the saving of money, but you're not transporting wheat seeds and things from one yard into your yard and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, and Jerry says he noticed that the video took images from other YouTube creator videos. Yes. You know, and I said, some people are good at doing that.
Right.
Some of the people that we've had, like Wrestler asked permission to do that if he wanted to use some of our videos.
Just for respect, I guess you call it. You should do that. You know, an email to somebody say, hey, can I use part of your, like on my golf thing, when holes and ones on the news, that little video below that, I came from Papa Pineapples. I gave you full credit years ago when I started doing that. But I called him. Well, no, I emailed him. Asked if I could use part of his golf video that he did, aerial video, in my news. He said, sure, go ahead. So I've been using it. That's what you should do. But a lot of these newer YouTubers here, because there's no law, I don't think, they just don't care, man. They just take it. They do what they want. They say what they want. They make up stuff that's not true. But because they're really good at editing or whatever, it seems like it's true. And there are just so many numbnuts out there that believes all this crap. I just don't have much respect for them. I really don't. And I can tell you who they are, but I'm not ready to tell you that.
And thank you, Laura. I actually didn't even bother with it since I knew Wrestler wasn't going to be here, so I didn't bother with it.
Suncoast Builders, is that the people that painted our house? Suncoast? Did they paint our house in there?
No. Let's see. Medicare Gurus is on a public forum like YouTube. Yeah.
Spokane, we had one day when our thermometer reached 121. That's almost unbreathable. I've been out west in a truck where you don't door and it just takes your breath away from you.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And then Spokane, anytime where you had that forest fire that burnt down all them houses, well, they got somebody arrested for that. They think some wacky doodle kid, I don't know who he was, he looked like a kid to me, set 2 different fires and done that. Has been charged with it, I don't know, but I saw it on the news last night.
He was going to court, I think today. But
heck with court. Just take him out in the ocean, feed him to the sharks, and be done with these people. I'm telling you, he gets out of jail, he'll go do it again.
Well, and that's where Craig and Nicole, that's where they come from. Is that
just shoot these people? I'm telling you, we got to get rid of them, get them off the planet, because he's going to have children that's going to inherit his DNA, and they're going to be the same way.
Yeah, well,
electric chairs. I like Texas. They fry them 2 at a time.
We did that last month.
Did we?
Yep. Um,
I didn't even know we used the electric chair anymore. I thought they went to that needle thing.
well, I don't know how they did it. I just know they did two on the same day. Jerry wants to know, said Medicare Guru, do you consider this educational?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mimi Al says, thank you, Skip. And Sue, as always, it's been fun. Well, we'll see you later, kiddo. So good to hear from you. And we're getting toward the end here. So there is a craft show. Nice. I didn't bring my notebook out, but there's a craft show Saturday at Colony Plaza, at Colony Cottage Rec Center. I don't have the times with me, but I know it's Saturday. It's all about crafts.
Buddy?
Craft show. Should be pretty good. And I said most of theirs is pretty good. So go check it out. And I said, other than that, like I said, we had all kinds of entertainment this month, and so I didn't write much down. So, and I said, I didn't bring my book out with me because Wrestler usually tells me at that 15-minute mark so I can tell y'all. But I said, since he wasn't here, I didn't bring my book out. But that's all I had down. I said, go to the craft show Saturday, see what they got.
Medicare Guru got messages retracted again.
What's what I said? I was reading it, and
He's saying something, and it's automatically doing that.
I know.
Or
It did that.
Maybe it's the moderator. Maybe Jerry's done.
Yeah.
Jerry, are you spanking Medicare Guru's butt? Are you?
Let's see. Tammy Ferguson, Skip, how come all the other videos of other people have been showing up on your Patreon page?
I got nobody's video showing up on my Patreon page.
There shouldn't be anybody.
There ain't nobody. I'm telling you, there ain't. I
Well-
was on Patreon a while ago. There's nobody else on there but me.
Yeah.
So I don't know where you're at, but you're not on my Patreon page.
When if you watch that video, like I said, Linda got that off of
That's on
YouTube.
Discord, not Patreon.
Well, like I said, to do one and to do the other. Okay, never mind.
The only one that can post videos on Patreon is me.
Okay, well, I have to check, see if it's going on. If it's not going on,
How
Tammy,
you
you guys.
know what's going on? These people are on the wrong page.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if there's some on there, it's not supposed to be on there. Bye, Sam Zaker's leaving. Have a great day and everybody enjoy the summer. For you too, Sam. And
Jerry Bell says that put them in jail. Well, that's your job, Jerry. What's that noise?
somebody's doing some yard work, I think. Or spraying.
They're kind of quiet today. No lawnmowers.
Yeah, they actually did that house yesterday, so that's down the road somewhere. Rester says, thanks to all YouTube members and Patreon members who help make these shows possible. Yes, we appreciate y'all. Patron.
2 o'clock, we're done. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Love y'all. See ya. Going in where it's cool.
Hey, you guys want to do me a favor? Leave a comment. Send me an email. Do it on Patreon. Do it on YouTube. I could care less. I'm thinking about cutting the show down from 2 hours to 1. 2 hours seems to be a long time to talk about nothing. And that's all we ever do here is talk about nothing. So let me know what you think.